I'll tell you what, no matter what sightline or angle you look at this thing being built from, it is so impressive. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome back to yet another Project Exodus / Hyperia construction update. That's right, we're at the start of yet another brand new construction week. Today is Monday the 23rd of October and I believe this is the week where we will be seeing that kind of big twist structure down the lower end of a site completed for Hyperia. In fact, I believe today we could be seeing white track going up for the very first time. Obviously, we've currently got loads and loads of gold bits of track that go up to the point where the white is ready to go up. And we've got a massive white support structure now up. In fact, I think since filming the last update, they've actually started building like the second tower. I can literally see it from where I'm filming this little segment from. Look at that, guys. Just look at how it towers over the entire Thorpe skyline. Obviously, if we just look to the right, we've got Colossus. And just look at the height difference already. Like Colossus is just about poking over the top of the trees. Hyperia is already towering over the majority of the park. That is currently the second tallest roller coaster structure at Thorpe Park, and of course that's not even the tallest part of the ride. We've still got another like 70 foot to go on top of that once the lift hill goes in. So yeah, it's genuinely been so exciting watching this thing go up over the past few weeks, and I've filmed so much of this ride's construction up to this point. So yeah, feel free to go and check out all of those previous videos, especially over the past few weeks since we've had vertical construction. But yeah, I've been following this thing since the very beginning when they were knocking down Loggers Leap and Creek Freak Massacre. Even before that, when we weren't sure if this ride was going to be built because of the whole planning issues with the local councils and the flooding risks and stuff. I've been covering this thing since the very beginning, and so many of you guys have been along for the journey, and yeah, we're at such an exciting stage right now, which is why the videos are coming so regularly. So yeah, another week of construction. I'll try and head in a few times this week and obviously film whatever's going on. But yeah, I think today could be the day that we see the very first piece of white Hyperia track being put into place. So let's head over into the construction site and go and check it out up close and personal. Let's do it. So I've now made my way into the Hyperia construction site and I'm up on the site balcony, one of my favourite places to be in the world because you get this view. And wow, what an incredible view it is. For the average person, they'd literally be thinking, what are you talking about, Jack? It's literally a pile of dirt and rubble and construction workers. But for me, this is absolute heaven, I can't lie. So yeah, down the lower end of the site, as you can see, we've had massive progress with these two support structures. Obviously this one was the one that was being constructed all of last week, and to be honest, we're pretty much getting exactly the same right next to it. In fact, they're literally putting in a bit of this support structure right now. And yeah, I actually got a nice picture of the plans. Look at this, I've come prepared today, guys. Look at this, we've got the plans down here. And essentially this little element over here is that final kind of big twist that we're looking at down the lower end of the site. And yeah, as you can see, we've got two support structures that will kind of support this insane element, which I genuinely think will be one of the best parts of this ride. I'm so excited to be able to ride it, especially looking at the height of it. So yeah, as you can see, basically the same support structure that we've got already built, which is this one, they're basically going to be making another one exactly the same size right next to it. And yeah, that is what they're currently constructing. As for if we're going to see any white track today, I'm not too sure, just because we are nearing the end of the day, and if they haven't already started getting some of that track up there, then I'm wondering if we might not see that until tomorrow. But I guess that just means I'll have to come in again tomorrow. I've got a busy week, but nothing's going to stop me capturing that first bit of white track going in. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for a video of that white track coming in within the next few days. So yeah, that's all very exciting down that lower end of the site. If I pan over to the right over here, we've had loads of construction with not only the ride station, which I believe is pretty much done in terms of the kind of framework for that now, but we've also had framework starting over on the maintenance building as well. So yeah, we've currently got, I don't know if you can see it, but there's been a big crane working. I don't think you can see it poking out the top anymore, but yeah, some of the framework's been working on that. Now I've been seeing loads of comments on the videos recently saying, are Thorpe Park filming a time-lapse for this? And if not, they bloody should be. Well, I'm very happy to tell you guys that just up on top of the site office, that right there is a big old time-lapse camera that has been capturing this entire thing. So yeah, at the end of the project, we should be able to see an amazing time-lapse of this entire kind of area changing. Shout out B&E Services, who have obviously gone and got that time-lapse camera installed. They do it for all of their projects, like on Darren Brown's Ghost Train when they built that, when they did Jumanji recently over at Chessington. And yeah, I think this one could be their most impressive time-lapse footage ever. So yeah, by the end of the project, whenever B&E and Thorpe Park decide to release that, there should be a time-lapse from this insane project. And yeah, I can't wait to see that, because as I've shown over, what is it, like 44 construction updates now, or 45 I think even. This entire area has changed so much over the past 12 months. So yeah, let's head down onto the construction site and go and show you some of this construction up close and personal. I'll tell you what, no matter what sightline or angle you look at this thing being built from, it is so impressive. And yeah, being stood underneath it, it's just insane. They're currently up on a cherry picker at what will be the very top point, where is it, of this second support structure. And of course, this point of the ride will reach 165 feet. Which is insane. That's taller than the Swarm, just to put it into context. Quite a bit taller than the Swarm, I must say. But yeah, being here, you can actually get a really good perspective of how the ride is actually going to go once track starts going in. So as you can see, just behind where the crane is currently dangling, you can actually see the connectors where the track will be going once it goes up there. So yeah, you're basically going to go right up along this big long gold bit, and then the track is very quickly going to twist as you're basically taken around the back of this entire structure right up to these top points that they're just putting in, and then yeah, you're basically going to be taken all the way back down, and the ride will then continue back in this direction. But yeah, as you can see over here, they've got loads of white track basically ready to go. I think once they've built this entire structure, they've obviously put in a few more connector pieces, basically to the point where it's looking like this one. They will then be putting track up into place, and I imagine track will literally go up super quick once that's all done. Obviously it's Monday today, maybe tomorrow we might see this entire support structure finished, and then who knows, maybe tomorrow we'll also see track. If not, maybe Wednesday we'll start seeing track. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But yeah, this piece of white track is, as you can see, ready to go. This bit, I imagine, will be going right up on top of this gold bit, which is already in, kind of going up into that direction. And yeah, eventually, as I said, it'll curve all the way around. But yeah, it's just so cool seeing this white track up close and personal. Obviously, these are going to be some of the tallest points of the ride. And just look how twisted this track is, especially compared to the gold bits of track they're already in. They're all pretty straight. But yeah, these white bits are so twisted, and it's going to be so fun actually riding these once it's all constructed. But yeah, as I said, be sure to subscribe to be notified when these support structures are finished, and hopefully we start seeing some white track in. But yeah, these guys are literally up there, what, like 150, 160 foot up in the air, just kind of putting on this big support that they've just craned up there. So cool, it really is. These guys are insanely good at their jobs. Oh, look at this, guys. We've just had another support being picked up. So I imagine we'll be seeing that going into place. Look at these. Wow. So yeah, I imagine this bit that's just being lifted up will probably be going right about there. Let me hang around to watch. So just to put things into perspective once again for you guys, as you can see just behind me, we've got one of the old kind of construction boards for this ride. And as you can see, this element over here is what we currently have being constructed right down this lower end of a site. And again, you've got to remember this is 165 foot, or at least a track will be 165 foot once it's completed. And just look at the size difference between that and what will eventually be the tallest point of the ride. It's absolutely insane to think, yeah, that we're already amazed at how tall this thing's gonna be, and it's only gonna get even taller. Look at that. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too long before this element's finished down that lower end of a site, and then yeah, they can start moving kind of backwards towards the station in regards to the lift hill and the other elements of the ride. Very cool. But yeah, I'm now currently stood right under the ride station, which, as I said, has pretty much been finished in terms of all of its framework and stuff. It's looking absolutely awesome. So yeah, this side here is where you're going to exit the train, and then you'll head down some steps just here and kind of make your way back towards the rides plaza. And then obviously the other side is where you will board the train when you first go to ride. Now just down here, as I showed at the start of this video from the balcony, we've now had loads of steel work going on with the maintenance building. So this is where the ride's trains will be stored when they're not being used on the track. Yeah, all of this steel has literally flown up as well within the past few days. And then just in front of the station right here, this is actually where the transfer track is going to be. So obviously when they need to get a train from the ride's main course into that maintenance building, this kind of area where I'm standing is where they'll be able to do that. Now I've got one more awesome thing to show you in this area of the site. So yeah, where I'm literally standing right now is where the train will come out of that station, and you'll do the first kind of outer bank turn of this ride, and you'll come all the way around here. You can follow the supports right up to this point over here, where I've got something exciting to show you. So yeah, this spot right here, I believe, is the base of the lift hill. This is the point where you're going to begin that ascent up to the 236 foot mark. And the reason for this is because we've got some triangular foundation cages where, of course, concrete will be poured. And yeah, that is the point where you will begin your ascent. So yeah, that's so cool to think that you're going to be stood literally just about here, looking up at the rise lift hill. Oh my God, I'm gonna get a really cool picture of this actually, because this view is obviously gonna change immensely over the next month or so. But yeah, this is the point where you'll be staring up and you'll be taken at 236 feet in the air. Absolutely insane, isn't it? Yeah, I'm honestly so excited for construction for this lift hill to take place, because that's going to be when it really becomes very real, once they get to those very tall points over the 200 foot mark. Yeah, unfortunately, I was chatting to one of the guys working on the steel work down the lower end of the site, all of the supports and stuff, and he said, track's not going in today, but he very much thinks tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way back into the park tomorrow, so keep an eye on the channel. Be sure to subscribe for another update within the next few days of hopefully that first bit of white track going into place. But yeah, otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. Yes, another Project Exodus / Hyperia construction update. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, my name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.